Popular. You're gonna be popular.
Our special guest today comes to you from the Broadway theaters in Wicked.
The land of Oz, if you will. Or won't.
I will.
We're so excited he's gonna be here.
And he's bringing a special guest from Oz. No, not Toto, but Toto's cousin,
Jackson! Should we fly off on your broom and go get them?
We should. Hop on.
We're so excited you're here. DANIEL Quadrino!
Woo!
Yay! I'm excited too.
The South Broadway debut! Jackson's here!
Look at double puppies!
Double pup.
So you're in Wicked on Broadway right now.
Yes, I am.
Is that like a dream come true to get to be a part of Wicked?
Yeah. I skipped my 8th grade chorus concert to go see Wicked with my family, and I was like, turned to my mom at intermission. I was like, I want to do this. That sounds cool. I mean, at that point, I wanted to be Fiyero, but now growing up, I'm like, not Fiyero. Cool.
We all have those moments.
That's great. Not Fiyero. It's fine. Actually, I was like, I want to be Alpha. I really want to be
Yes.
Alpha. I still want to be Alpha. I'm like dying to be painted green.
Do you have a favorite number to perform in Wicked?
I like Loathing, or What Is This Feeling? We have the books. I have this like, I have so many wigs in the show. I have this like long, like scrunchy wig. And then we're like in like the classroom.
Was this where their hair ended?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like, it kind of almost looks scrunched. Like, you know those girls in homeroom who used to sit there and like, so like some days I'll do that during the classroom scene. I'm like, ugh, Alpha needs to go. I like the opening actually, because like we're all together on stage and the building's so big that I don't sometimes see everyone until we're at places.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy because I knew it was like a big theater, but like even like my first week there, they gave me a map.
Wow.
And I was like, I like would go out, I'm like, this is the wrong floor, I don't know where I am.
You recently performed at the Fifth Floor Below.
I was there.
First one I did a lot of my own music, which was cool. You know, I'd never really thought that I would like be able to do a show there or like let alone sell out, you know. It just sounded more terrifying than anything, but I kind of just was like, once I did the first one, I was like, oh, this is so cool because it just felt like a blur. It was my first weekend at Wicked.
Oh my god.
I had 2 shows that Saturday, and then we did the 11:30 spot at
What?
Fifth Floor Below. And yeah, it's really cool because like I don't know, I love writing music and I love singing pop music, so it's cool to like have that to do as well.
Yeah.
And be able to sing in concerts and do stuff like that.
Is that like being a songwriter?
Writing music definitely comes at like different times for me. Like sometimes I'll be able to like sit down and just like write something and it'll come to me. But like, you know, lately it's definitely harder than being an actor, I feel like.
Obviously, you've seen a lot of success. What would you say to other young people that are trying to pursue performing arts like this?
Never stop training and taking classes. I had a cool experience with Newsies because I went in probably about 20 times before I got it.
Wow.
I went in and I had like callbacks and they kept telling me no, but to come back and like keep taking dance classes and keep doing that. And it's like, kind of like, it sounds almost cheesy, but it's like, if you put your mind to it, it can happen, and like you have to believe in yourself first and foremost. And, you know, you have those days where you're like, why do I put myself through this? But like you have to know it's worth it, so like never give up and just keep trying. Bring yourself into the room because being yourself is gonna get you further than being anything that you think that they want. You just have to go and be like, I'm what you want. And if I'm not, that's cool.
Such good advice.
Yeah.
Really good advice.
Yeah.
What is it for you that keeps you inspired?
It's just something that I wanted to do ever since I could really remember, and like the fact that I get to do it, and like, you know, I'm really lucky that I get to do what I love. We have the ability as actors and as people like that. I never knew that like I could touch someone's life just by doing what I love to do. It sounds weird, but I love watching, like, if I'm still in the building, like, I'll watch, like, Linda and Elphaba come out and, like, they'll, like, sign autographs and stuff, but just like the way people stop them. Like, it's just really, really, really inspiring to me. And sometimes if I want to feel inspired, I, like, stand in the wings and, like, watch a little bit more than I usually do. Just, like, I love talking to everyone in the building, and, like, that constantly keeps me inspired because everyone has, like, such a cool story and, like, journey with the show. And
First getting to Broadway and being like, holy cow, this is happening.
it was my junior year there of high school. There was an open call for like Bye Bye Birdie, the roundabout was gonna do. I sadly didn't know what roundabout was. I didn't really know. I just thought, I was like, oh, Broadway is Broadway. I didn't really know anything, and it was So I kind of just went in blind, and I went to this open call. I remember singing in like a closet, like literally a closet where we would keep our bags during rehearsal. But it was so funny, and I was like, oh yeah, like I picked my song the day before. I sang like Those Magic Changes from Grease.
Yes.
And like I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go in and have fun because you know they're probably gonna cast like 30-year-olds to play like teenagers. And they didn't, which was amazing. I remember like coming home from school, either my school show DVD had just come in or like something else, or like I really wanted to watch like something from that I had just gotten at school. And my mom gets a call on the phone and she's like, Danny, come here. She's like, the phone's for you. And I'm like, what, Mom? Like, like, cause I was a brat. Surprise, surprise. And she's like, Danny, come here. And I was like, what, Mom? I'm watching something. She like holds the phone. She's like, Danny, come here. And then like, she's like, can you please just come here? And I like got to that top of the stairs. She was like just making all these crazy hand motions because she's a crazy Italian mom. I was like, hello? Like literally. Like, and it was the woman like auditioning for the whole time, and she's like, hey, we just wanted to let you know we wanted to offer you a part in the ensemble. And I was like, oh my God! And like literally like for some reason like we still had a cord on our phone. Like so like my mom and I were like tangled up and like the phone. I was like, oh my God, like I'm just playing in the house. And then she's like, we also want you to like understudy Hugo. And I was like, oh my, and that was amazing because I was like, they trust me. I hung up the phone and I ran out the door, jumped in my car and went and told my music teacher. That's cool. My friend was at practice for basketball and I like ran and I was like, I got it! And she like screamed, and then I had to go to rehearsal for a community theater production of BYE BIRDIE that I was doing.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I remember that day, like everything about that day. And like once we started, it was such an amazing experience and shiny and you know, like I met my best friends doing that show. Like I lived with my friend Kevin for like 4.5 years all throughout college, and we got like sketches on opening night. And it happened to be like just us two. Like it just happened that those were the costumes that he drew together. Like we've been best friends ever since. Doing that show, well, you know, because like I'd done a Broadway show before, and it was like, but it almost felt like it was just amazing because everyone was such a family. It was like a brotherhood on stage and off stage. Getting to do that show 8 times a week, it was crazy on my body, but like it was something I'll never forget. Very much like Wicked, it's very special. It's like I was doing it my senior year of school, like, and I was doing it full time, so like I kind of sometimes felt like a zombie. You know, I'd go to class at like 9 a.m. and then like I'd have rehearsal at 1 and then a show at night.
How did you do that?
Whoa.
Yeah.
A lot of coffee.
That's
and
insane.
Eating on the train. Somehow I still had a social life because I feel like that's also really important.
What was your favorite number to watch and to perform?
My favorite number to perform, I think, was King of New York. I loved watching the end of Seize the Day every night. I'd bring Crunchy back in on this cart, then I'd run up the tower and I'd be able to like see the end. So I'd get to see the paper turns and all the tricks at the end. And it's just like hearing the audience's like applause afterwards was insane. On closing night, we got a standing ovation after Karen Banner, Seize the Day, King of New York, like everything. It was just crazy.
So
yeah, and I just like was like, we all were.
Obviously Newsies and then Wicked have huge like fan bases. And now having people that are like, I'm gonna love you!
Like people like say that like, you know, you really like inspire me, and it's like another reason like why I can't take anything for granted. You're helping inspire people and to do what they want to do. And like it's cool and very interesting, like the things that I've received and like letters, and I keep everything, and like they've been extremely supportive. They're the reason why my first concert was sold out, and like, you know, like, and it's cool. Like I was on for Bach recently, and like a few of them like ran and got tickets. It's very flattering. I don't even know. Never thought that like, oh, I'd have fans. Like what? That's still.
well, you've got 2 right here.
Okay.
Ted is not a fan.
Hey, what is your favorite movie?
Wreck-It Ralph.
My favorite food.
Chinese food. I love Chinese food and sushi.
Ooh, uh-oh, your least favorite.
Sushi or Chinese food?
Sushi.
I am very picky with food, so I understand that.
You guys are best
I definitely
friends.
understand.
Favorite dessert?
Insomnia cookies or 16 handles because they're really close to my apartment.
Favorite dance move.
I'm a really big fan of champagne hands right now because that's what we do in Wicked.
Ooh!
Anything.
Ooh, that was so good.
Jax, let's say bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for watching Just Off Broadway. Make sure you follow Danny on all of his social media. We'll put all of that stuff right here.
Right here.
And
Yeah.
thanks for putting up with Jackson, and Teddy.
together. The cutest. All right.
That ended well.
Look at me, I'm the king of New York. Do, do. Chill, that was a good step. And then we'll tap it on the table. Oh, yeah.
Deadlines and the deadlines in between. Bye, bye, birdie.
Oh. Now I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you. For good.
Boom. Speaking of green mud masks.
Good segue.